What's up, guys? It's Menis. Gonna make a Kameo tier list, a definitive one, I'd want to say, of season 3 of Kombat League. So, date bottom right hand corner, January 8th, 2024. So this is after Kung Lao nerfs, Motaro buffs, Tremor buffs. So it's around, like, I think the best balancing of this game right now currently. Gonna start off by saying I don't think that there is a bad cameo, but there's just cameos that make other characters a hell of a lot better, and that makes them good. I'm gonna start off this list going from bottom to top. Gonna start off with Shujinko. Probably say I made a little tier for him. I don't think Shujinko is bad per se, but he's definitely very situational, and he requires you to really know him, also to understand the other characters, which is the problem. The only person that I've been seeing kind of playing him right now, and this is like a kind of because he recently just started playing him, is Honeybee, and that's I don't know why. Shujinko has moves off of characters that are good. Like, for instance, really good against Darrius because he gets Sand Trap and the Freeze, which is good. But nothing really helps him in neutral, and it's kind of just for combo, which is like, I don't know. There's never really a reason to run him unless if you know some, like, crazy fucking Sento setups, which even that I don't even think is worth. So Shujinko is sadly the worst cameo in the game right now. I think after Shujinko, I'm gonna have to put Darrius. Thing is about Darrius is that he's very situational in this game. Only a certain amount of characters can really use him well, and then the other amount of characters kind of just like, it's kind of like a dead slot, if that makes sense. So he did get buffed. He does have I think it was another move, but honestly, it's not that well compared to the other cameos in the game. So it's mid, and then the addition of Tremor really put him under. So the one thing that Darrius had that was unique for a while was he was able to combo off of he was able to OTG basically off the ground. So there's like a lot of moves that would knock down, and then you can use him and then reset them and then get more damage off. So I'll put a clip here, but or actually, no, I'll not put a clip here, but I'll actually show you guys right now. So right here is a good example, just off of Rewind. Go sub to him if you really wanted to. 54,000 compared to like my 25 subs. What you would have done here, and then this is before Tremor, so this is like old Cyrax shit or whatever, is you would do a command grab that he had, and then you'd call in Darrius. And that would hit kind of both of you at the same time, which would cause you to be able to confirm off of that. So like command grab would get hit right here, and then he would both hit you, but he would put you in this like spinny motion, and then you can convert off of this. So it would turn like a 25% grab to like right there, 25% grab, or no, 21% grab. That was on counter hit, I think, to a 54 game ending grab. Yeah, not 54, 45%, which is good. But the problem is now is the characters that did need him can just benefit off Tremor now. I think Tremor is just like it completely smoked Darrius. There's no reason to use Darrius now. Alright, so cameo after Darrius, I'm gonna put Cyrax. So the problem with Cyrax is he was once really good and people used him, but this was before the meta really developed. So a lot of people are just only using Cyrax, and you could do a lot of stuff with them. You had a fishing, you had net first of all, which was like plus 14, and you could do it full range, but it was not an ambush, so you had to hold it. But it was good. He still has it. Didn't get nerfed. So he had that, and then he has self-destruct, which is not the best, but people have found ways to do stuff with it, but it's still not good. But the big thing was helicopter. So the thing is with helicopter was you'd be able to, it's ambush. You could press it once and then it would send them upwards and then you'd get combos off of it. Or you held it down and it would go forwards, leaving you also plus. So what you would do is a lot of the time, I'll find a video quick. Alright, so the big one here, you can kind of see, first of all, Pulse is using Kano, which honestly was kind of ahead of his time. But King Gambler's using Cyrax here. And basically what you do is this right here. So you would be able to do super unsafe moves, something that would have like a lot of chip. So for instance here, he did Dick Jab to take his turn back, and then he did Superman Uppercut into the Cyrax Ambush Helicopter, making it super plus. Bad part is, completely nerfed it now. So he does have it, but it uses his entire bar, and it's like a 25-second cooldown. So you don't even, like, you can't even use anything else until, you, like, maybe like 10-15 seconds, which in this game is pretty big, because, you can't break while your cameo's gone. So it's just like, do you really want to take that? So I think Cyrax is just a shell of what he used to be. Really sucks, but there you go. Next cameo, I think I'm gonna put, I think this is it for A. I don't think that there's any cameos that are just like really bad or like not that good, and I think it's just these three. So after this, it's like all these cameos are viable, which is just, you know, like anyone can use them on any character, and I think they'll be fine. Next cameo, I am going to put, this one might surprise a little bit of you guys, but I think I'm going to put Sektor. Sektor is cool, but I just don't think he's as good as people make him out to be with what else there is in the game. So he does have missiles, which is like the big thing with him, and then you can make him track. I think that costs a full bar though, which kind of sucks. It's good, but the problem is that missiles are kind of like set in a specific way where you can kind of just like dash away from them, and it's kind of like a mental block when it comes to fighting him, because you can really call Sektor missiles and like take your turn and then wait for Sektor missiles to come down and then take your turn back. But it's like a lot of the times Sektor missiles will like go behind them or in front, and then they're just like not hitting anyone. So I think it's like, if maybe they fixed it a little bit more, I would think he's better. But right now I just don't think he's that good. And then he also has flamethrower. Does like no damage. Well, no, it does like some damage, but it's just like, there's no reason to use it. You know, it's like there's so much other better stuff in this game. There's no reason to use flamethrower. And then there's also his like little DP teleport that he does, and I think that could be good with some characters like Quan. But other than that, it makes you super minus. I don't even think it's worth it. So I think that's where I'm gonna put Sektor. All right. And then the next character I'm going to put, might shock you guys a little bit, is Sareena. So, I do think Sareena is good, but it's more or less like a really good. It's like if you guys ever played Smash, it's like the Little Mac of this game, I'd want to say. Really good at low ranks because people kind of just like walk into stuff. Really mid to bad at higher ranks because people start to learn how to deal with Sareena. She does have, they did nerf her, I'm pretty sure. So her down cameo used to be like +3 on block, which is kind of crazy, or +2 on block. And it's no longer, it's safe. It's not plus, which is a pretty big deal, I'd say, because it was a mid. You couldn't duck it. It was guaranteed on block, no interrupt, and it was like half your bar. Very good, but they nerfed that, so she doesn't have that anymore. And you kind of have like this like limbo with her in like the close range, where you either will throw all your boomerangs and then people like find it and then duck it, and then if they know like the optimal combo, you're taking like half your health. If they don't, they just take their turn back. And then she has like the one boomerang, which can get people. but it's just like, come on. Really good for helping characters with no neutral, like old Garrett, or like people before they experimented with WoW Hat. Sareena was really good with Garrus, and then I think she's also pretty good with Quan, because you could do 4 into the boomerangs, get a combo, pretty good. But it's just like it seems like more like a. It would have been good if there wasn't other, like, I keep saying this, but it's just like there's just better stuff. There's like no, like, Sareena's cool for like learning characters with, but she's just like okay. All right, next character I'm gonna put is Sonya. So Sonya did get buffed a little bit, so she actually might be better than what I'm listing her right now. I did experiment with her a lot when it came to Johnny. Johnny did have really crazy stuff with Sonya. Like 60% damage combos. It was crazy. Thing is with her though, is that she is really good for characters that need to extend combos without spending the bar. So she's really good with Kung Lao. Really good with who else? I don't like Kung Lao is just like the only one that comes to mind. Maybe like I think Sub-Zero. I think Sub-Zero is really good with Sonya, because you could do like the back forward 4 into Sonya, and then you get a full launch or whatever, and then his like back 3-3 or whatever. So that's cool, because you don't have to spend, and you can get a combo off that, and then you also get no bar combos with Lao. But everything else she has is kind of like weird. So I think that if her fireball was in ambush, she would be top tier. But the problem is that it's not an ambush. They just buffed it, so it is a mid, but I don't think it's as plus as it used to be. So, or no, maybe it is more plus. I think that was the buff, is that it's more plus. But it's just like you have to really set up to use that, and then go in and you're taking hits or whatever, and it's just like trade's not really worth it. But other than that, she also has her back cameo, which it's like, what's the point of using that? I mean, like, the only thing I could really think about is like Shao forward 2 into back cameo, but I think they just made it safe. Ends your turn. I don't see the point of it. So she's an A. Alright, so next one is gonna be Frost. Frost, she has a low full screen hit ice that will give you a combo, which is good for full screen, catching people like pressing buttons or throwing projectiles, but it's kind of slow, and it is technically punishable. So it's like if you use it more than like, if you use it closer than mid-range, you're gonna get launched for it, or like comboed. She has, I think it's like her down cameo, which is like +2 now, which is pretty good. Pushes pretty far back, which sucks. So I think she's good for like she's good with, I want to say, like Shao, and I was experimenting with Johnny a little bit more. I think she's really good with Johnny. So she has that, which is really good. The other moves that she has that I think might leave her here is her back cameo, which is really good for setups. I was experimenting with Johnny Frost. What you could do is you could, in your combo, you could freeze them, and then you can Johnny back 2, full charge it, and then they're forced to like have like a full knockdown or whatever, and then you press her back cameo and it pulls out this ball, and basically this ball will freeze them and give you a full combo. So what you do is you will either do forward 3 with Johnny or grab them. The grab will give you a full combo. Forward 3, if they try to break the grab, they give you a full combo. So either way, it's a 50-50. Very good. But the problem with her is that the moves that she would have are very easy to just throw out. So she's kind of usually always on a cooldown, which sucks. And her cooldown's pretty long compared to the other characters. She just doesn't give you as much as you'd want out of some characters that could use other cameos well. So there's characters that need Scorpion more than others, and for that it's like Li Mei. Like Li Mei is basically completely useless without Scorpion. And then if you want to say Reptile, Reptile is really good with Scorpion, but it's more or less like a character that you need or it's a cameo that you need for the character to be good, which sucks. Doesn't give you that much variety. So he does have his flame breath or whatever, which is good for extending combos in the air and giving you a lot of damage. Doesn't really help you in neutral. He has a good leave tool, which is his like spear toss where he like pulls you back. That has armor, which is pretty good for keeping you full range. But if you're playing characters like Lee May, it's like, come on, like you're trying to get in. I don't see the point of that. And then he has his like little overhead mix-up, which gives you a full combo. But the problem with that is that you can launch it if you block it, which is like, it's such a risk. I don't even think, like, it's good if you catch the opponent, but it's like such a risk to use. I don't even think it's worth it. Alright, and then I want to say that the last character I'm going to put in A+ tier is Jax. So I firmly believe that Jax is a gimmick cameo, and people that think he's good only think he's good because of the said gimmick. So he is good for extending combos, which is kind of like Scorpion in a way. Good for extending combos. But other than that, I don't really see any use with him. You have his, I think it's like his down or neutral cameo, which he like does his fucking big ass like normal, which is good for ending block pressure with, but it leaves you like -5 and really pushes back. If it was plus, I think it'd be good, but it's not. And then the ground slam, like that shit is so gimmicky. It's like if you learn how to deal with it, it's not good. It's like you'll like Omni-Man and Jax is such a boring team to watch and play, because it's like what you'll do is you'll fly in the air, you'll call Jax unblockable, and then you'll kind of just like sit there waiting for him to jump, and then you'll hit them or whatever. But it's like if you learn how to play against Jax, he has like a good like 2 seconds of this charge up, and all you have to do is hit him. It doesn't even have to be a big hit, just like a hit. It could be like a fireball. It could be just like a little like dick jab. It's just like it's such a gimmick. I mean, he's good, but it's just like, I think why people think he's extremely good is so bad. It's like that, like the whole like Sindel Jax thing where it's like you keep doing like forward 4 into the unblockable. It's like you have to really time that, and honestly, it's like I'd rather get hit by the Vortex, or I think Vortex is a hell of a lot better. And then same thing with just like any setup. I don't understand it. So I think he's good, just not, he's just gimmicky. So that's going to end it for the A+ tier. I think every other character or cameo in this game is crazy good. I think the next cameo that I'm going to list is Goro. So Goro kind of does what old Cyrax used to do, but a little bit worse. Goro has stuff that's really good, but the problem with him is that he is on a very, very, very long cooldown. So after you use him, you kind of have to like wait a while to use him again. So like I was showing you with King Gambler using the Cyrax Johnny, he recently has been using Johnny Goro, which does the same thing, but it just enables more strike throwing, if that makes sense. He has the ground slam anywhere, or not the ground slam, but the like up slam anywhere, which is good. Super plus, it's like +9 or something. Really cool. And then he has like his little like arm like forward cameo where he just like approaches you and keeps slamming at you. They buffed that a little bit, but it's still like okay. And then he has the grab, which is a high, I'm pretty sure, that gives you a full combo, but it's like it's the same thing with Scorpion overhead. Pretty gimmicky. But I think the pound, air pound, is what makes him absurdly good. Being able to do that anywhere you wanted, it's crazy. You get so plus off of it too. It allows you to, you can get guaranteed damage off of Johnny Shadow Kick. You do Shadow Kick and then they go in the air, and then you get the ground, or not the ground slam, but the up slam or whatever. And then you get forward 1-2 and a nut punch. Goro's also really good with Kung Lao. He gets back 3-3. You get a combo off of a Goro. forward 2, you get a full combo off of Goro without spending bar. You also make it super plus. You could do like 2-1-2 into EX burn, down back 3, into Goro call to keep it safe, or to keep your turn going, and then do jumping 2, and then they're kind of putting like this mix up. Pretty good. So the next cameo I think is really good in S tier is Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero is very good for some matchups. Like I think he is good for the Sundown matchup, really good for against like Kung Lao, good against Stryker in some ways. Being able to just like put up your ice thing and basically nullify some characters is crazy. Like I'm trying to think on a character. Like Liu Kang, probably like the best character against him. Sub-Zero is just like, you need a lot of times to use Sub-Zero if you're playing against some specific Liu Kangs. Really good against Quan Chi. Nullifies Quan Chi. Basically nullifies like all projectile characters, or zoners, which sucks because it's like this game is like so bad for zoners. He has freeze, which his freeze is a lot faster than Frost's, which allows him to combo off a lot more stuff. Like a lot of normals that you can combo off of with EX Burn, you can't combo off with Frost, but you can combo off with Sub-Zero. Very good. And then he has a new ambush off of his giving you shield. You could do shield and then burn another bar, and he kind of does like this pushback, which is like +4. You could burn that regularly, but it's not an ambush. Pretty good cameo. Good keep out, good damaging, a lot of synergy, good for nullifying a lot of characters. He's up there. Next character I think is Motaro. So Motaro just got buffed. They made his forward cameo ball that's a low +13 instead of like +4, which +13 is a lot of plus frames. Basically allows a lot of characters that has a lot of plus move or that slow moves to guarantee a block. Characters that are really good with Motaro right now are like Scorpion is notable because of his mid being like 13 frames. Xiao's really good. Johnny I think is really good. Liu Kang is really good. Liu Kang gets the same Kung Lao back throw grab combo that Motaro does, and Motaro's is easier, if that even matters. Only problem with him, he gives you less health, which is kind of a downfall because there's characters that could really use him, but having that like low 50 health kind of sucks. Like Johnny getting like less 50 health is like makes you from 3 touch to 2 touch, which is not fun to just get 2 touched all the time. He also has this barrier that you can hold to walk forward with, and it completely nullifies projectiles, and not only nullifies them but reflects them. So really good against characters like Lao Hat gets reflected, which is crazy. Stryker gets reflected. Liu Kang gets reflected. Anything low gets reflected. Big ass fucking wall. Raiko shurikens get rejected. Like it's really good, and his charge is extremely fast now. I think he's a super, like, not sleeper because people know he's good, but I definitely don't think people think he's as good as they think he is. I think he's very, very, very good. Only problem with it is that his forward ball, a lot of moves, there are gaps, but that's where the illusion comes in. Like for instance, we'll say like Johnny, just because it's like everyone knows Johnny, and Johnny was just like everyone played him. Forward 3, 2, 1, it's like you could do forward 3 in the ball, and they can't react to that, so they have to take that unless if they like buffer, which I don't think you can. But it's like forward 3, 2 into ball. It's like they there's no reacting. You have to take it. Like the only time you can, if you read it, you can interrupt it, but if you're not reading it, you're not interrupting it. And then the other one is his teleport. I don't think teleport's good. It's good for like Liu Kang only because he gets the back throw combo that everyone does. So that's it. Next cameo that I think is really good, Stryker. Stryker kind of allows you to play dumb, and you don't have to really think with him, which is very good in this game. Makes a lot of moves that are completely unsafe, safe, and plus allows you to take your turn, and then makes like allows you for playing dumb, which is not really like me salting about it, because like I'll play Stryker once in a blue moon, but it's just like it's crazy on like how much his grenades do. Grenades are an ambush, so you could do completely unsafe move and then throw grenades, and they have to respect it. Like the only thing that I can get is like down 2, which is crazy. I'll put some gameplay, or I'll find some gameplay and I'll show you guys quickly. Alrighty, so really notable Baraka Stryker player right now. It's Tweety. I don't know, he just really likes Baraka for some reason. Even after the nerfs, he'll still play him. But he is using Baraka Stryker, and he kind of shows you what you mean by like this move right here. What you do is this is end your turn. It's a high, but if they try to punish you, Stryker grenades will hit them in time, and if you react to them actually getting hit, you get a combo here. You gotta breaker that, but let's see where else he'll do it. Like, oh no, he's got a 50-50 that, yeah. Wow, he's in the blender right now. You gotta wait. Right here, bam. So he blocks this move, and then his turn's ended. But he throws Stryker grenades, which gives him his turn back, and then gets him into like a little guessing game. So he doesn't have Stryker right now, so he's gotta play. But yeah, that's why Stryker's good. You can nullify his gameplay. That makes stuff really unsafe safe, and then really good for zoning. So the next character I think that is really good right now is still Kung Lao. Kung Lao's still really good. They did nerf him. They nerfed a singular thing, which I think was the best nerf that they could have done to him, because it did not kill him as a character or a cameo, but it still makes him viable. And that cameo, or that nerf, is his Lao hat being, instead of +2 or in +3, it's like -2. Phenomenal nerf. Makes it so he's still viable. You still get the Lao hat mix-ups. You still get the full screen Lao, like neutral, but it doesn't nullify characters that were extremely good with pressure, getting more pressure. Being able to just keep taking your turn back +2 is just, it's crazy. But everything else that he has, he still has it, so he's still really good. Next best cameo, Kano. Kano is a sleeper right now. He's gonna come up. People have been using him. People think that Xiao, Kano, really good team right now. I think Omni-Man Kano is one of the best teams. Honestly, I've been experimenting with that. That team is crazy. You get knives, which 2 highs, super plus, but it's an ambush. You get ball, which you can cancel, which is a mid that hits full screen and is plus. Allows you to get in. Crazy. He also has laser beam, which just got buffed. So it's a mid, not an ambush, but it's a mid, and it hits full screen, and it does like an absurd amount of chip damage. It gives you a projectile. Crazy character. I think when people start to experiment with Kano a little bit more and the meta starts to develop, he's going to be crazy. There's no reason not to use him right now. It's like like any character that has problems getting in with neutral, drop Kano on that team, you're getting in. It's just like allows you to get stuff off, which is crazy. You get combos extended with knives. The fact that he has 2 ambushes and they're both good, come on. It's like most characters don't even have ambushes, and if they do it, they're crazy. Like Goro, crazy ambush. Sareena's not even an ambush. Sonya, crazy ambush. Scorpion, crazy ambush. Cyrax had a crazy ambush. Motaro doesn't even have an ambush, and he's good. Kano doesn't have an ambush, and he's good. Stryker, crazy ambush. And Kano has 2 crazy ambushes. Not just 1, but 2. I think he's top tier. I don't like people, I think when they start experimenting with him, we'll realize how good he is. Best cameo in the game, I think, right now, and I don't even think it's debatable. Tremor. Tremor gives you so much stuff off of some characters. The only problem with him is that some characters you kind of have to work a little bit more with him. Other characters, crazy with. He makes Raiko like top 3 in the game. You get crazy damage off of Aftershock or Metallic Burn, or no, yeah, Aftershock EX Ambush. He can make any single move he has an ambush, which, if you realize what I just said about Kano, just having an ambush is crazy. Most ambushes are crazy in the game, and Tremor can make any single move he wants in ambush. Think about that. Any move he has, make it an ambush. Costs an entire bar. Bar comes back kind of fast. It's not even that slow. Any move he wants, completely ambush. That's crazy. He has flamethrower +4 on block. Pushes extremely, not extremely far back, but it pushes back. It's a mid, I'm pretty sure. He has the Aftershock ground slam, which gives you like 40% combos with Raiko. Gives you crazy damage with Shao. He has the up Kameo in Aftershock, which gives you full combos, which is like, it's just like Kung Lao forward Kameo. He has, in Metallic, he has the ball, which you can either hit overhead, which is +4, or you can hit low, which is +4. Both of them are plus. He has just so much. Like, the only thing I think is bad about the character is Crystalline. Crystalline is just, like, not that good. But, I mean, like, dude, Metallic and Aftershock, crazy. The fact that you can make already good Kameo abilities ambushes, too. The fact, like, for instance, like, let's say you're just throwing projectiles and you need to throw out like fire, like the flamethrower ability. You can summon him and just throw him out, and the best part is Tremor's in front of you. He's not even behind you. Tremor's in front of you, so he'll take the hit if he needs to. Really good for characters like Quan Chi. Quan Chi gets a full combo off of back forward 4 with the Aftershock. He gets better zoning. He gets better setups. You get more plus frames. He has like the back Kameo off of Aftershock, which is 0-2. It puts you in like perfect range for a lot of characters. He's just, like, in my opinion, easily the best Kameo. And I think if they were to touch this character any more, he'd be even more crazy. So that's my Kameo tier list right here. If anyone has any questions or anything, holler in the comments. Like and subscribe. I'm going to try to upload more Mortal Kombat content. I'm really enjoying this game a lot more, and I think it'd be cool to give everyone a perspective on what I think as a Omni Johnny main. So yeah, thank you. Thanks for watching.